So don't keep paying for leads and don't keep spending money on ads until you fix these problems. Because your ads may be decent, but you wonder why leads aren't converting. So in this video, I'm going to show you 3 simple fixes that you need to have in your system to make your ads profitable. So here is the truth. Most business owners think ads are inconsistent, but in reality, it's your follow-up that is inconsistent. If you don't respond fast and follow up, your ads will feel random forever and you will keep guessing. If this sounds like a problem you're having in your business and you're facing this right now, continue watching this video and it will provide you a ton of value. So why is this important? Why does this even matter? Because if it's over 5 minutes when the initial lead form comes in and then you respond to them after that 5 minutes, you're literally donating money to your competitors. The goal is to have them texted under 2 minutes. And I understand most business owners are busy. You guys are doing the work. You guys are on the job physically, and you don't have time to take your phone in your pocket, call these leads, text these leads when they come in, especially during work hours. So what is the fix for this? So number 1 is having a speed to lead system. So what the goal is to have when a lead comes in, they are responded to within 2 minutes and they have a clear next step, right? So they get an instant text message that is confirming that they sent in that lead form and it actually got to you guys. And this is also great to see if it's an actual number or not, whether it goes through and gets delivered. And then having a clear next step for them. This is great because it doesn't leave the text open-ended. It literally tells them exactly what to do next. So whether that's booking into your calendar directly, whether that's setting a time and a date for a quote for you guys to come to their house, pictures of the job that they need done, such as if it's a junk removal job, you can just get that picture and then you can kind of think about what the quote would be, and then their address. If it's an emergency service that needs to be done now, like a plumbing incident, this is great because it can just have them provide that address for you and you can get to them right away. So this is my personal new lead SMS sequence that I have in my workflows, and this is all automated. Why is this all automated? Is because it starts with trigger. So number 1, the trigger is when the form is submitted, that initial lead form, they get the text right away. And what I just talked about, this is the clear next step text and that confirmation in one. And you may see there's a wait sequence, there's another text, there's a wait sequence, and there's another text, which I will talk about in a second. But quick one, if you want my exact speed to lead scripts that I use in my SMS messages, plus pipeline stages, which I will talk about later, just comment the word system and I'll go ahead and send you over those templates. So the next thing, which I just kind of touched on, is your follow-up sequence. So yeah, that initial text is good, but what actually happens if they don't respond? Most business owners just reply once, text them once, and then it's gone. But a lead cycle is weeks and weeks and weeks. So the goal is follow-up should feel helpful but not desperate, structured and not randomly sent throughout the day, easy because they are pre-written. So what do follow-ups actually do? You might not see this and they might not even know it themselves, but it answers silent objections that the person may be thinking. So they may be thinking to themselves, is this expensive? Are they a legit good company? Can they do this soon, if not now? And do I really need this right now or can I wait? So here's the exact 7-day follow-up sequence that is great to keep that client retention and those leads keep on those touch points. So number 1, after the initial text, the first day, you want to text them still need blank service plus another easy next step for them. This provides another clear, not open-ended question for them to reply. Day 2, if they don't reply after that one, you can try to call them up and leave them a voicemail. I put this as optional because the text is automatic right here, but this is a great thing to do, especially on that day 2. So you can text them, say, I can give a price range if you send pictures or your address to come out there for a quote. Right, and then on your follow-up day 3, this is where the lead cycle is getting a little slimmer. So you want to offer some scarcity within your scheduling. So you want to say, I've got an opening sometime this week. It just opened up, I can get you in. Something like that. Because if you offer them urgency, it's going to kill this objection right here. Because they're thinking, do I really need to do this right now? And if you say that I have an opening for you, but there's only one, then they need to do this right now and offers some sort of urgency for them to ultimately book in with you. And then day 5, you could do this on day 4 or 5, but I recommend 5 because you sent these 3 right in a row. You want to wait another day. So day 5 is offering that social proof to them, gaining that trust and answering that are they legit aspect of their objection. So you want to send them, we helped a homeowner with whatever service they wanted last week, whenever you want. Show pictures, you can even show names, and show the Google review is huge, right? And then so closing out the lead cycle on day 7, so a week after they submitted your lead form, you want to say, just want me to close this out, something along the lines of just a closing statement, right? This is good because it keeps the conversation open, but then you stop it because you already text them 7 days in a row, but it ultimately keeps them open if they want to text you again like a month down the line. A huge thing is to always have a reply stop to opt out to and close the workflow. The reason is because if somebody says on day 2 that they're not interested anymore, but you go ahead and send 3, 5, and 7, they're going to think you were just a scamming company and just another weird AI bot company. This is an AI bot and it is completely hands off, but they don't need to know that. So now, most importantly, we got to the end, but how do we know this works? We have our system set up, we have our speed to lead, we have our follow-up, but how do we know any of this even works and is worth your time? It's because you have your tracking dialed in and you have your pipeline set up correctly. So what you want to know weekly is how many leads came in from the ads. How many of those leads were contacted within that 2 to 5 minute mark? Your show rate and then your estimate set rate, which ties in with your quote rate right here. Your close rate of leads that came in and you gave them a quote, and then your cost per book job if you are running ads. Right, so tracking all of these answers literally every single question. And here's exactly how you diagnose it. So if you have a low contact rate, your message, offer, or lead quality may be subpar. And if you have a low estimate set rate, your process is too unclear and there's way too much friction for the lead to ultimately book in with you. A low quote to close rate could be a pricing, a positioning problem, and then having no follow-up. So what I mean by pricing and positioning is you want to position yourself as the best and the authority when you're quoting somebody. And this could be a problem if you're not able to close people, and then they're just going to go on to the next. A slow speed to lead system, which we talked about, is just an operational problem. It's just not an ads problem. There's leads coming into your ads, but you can't close them, and that's because of your operational problem on your back end. So here's what a pipeline example would look like. So new lead comes in, and then they are automatically moved into a not interested or unqualified if they don't text back, because if it's not a real number, we don't want them to move on in the pipeline, move on in the workflows, right? And then there's a hot lead, which you need to respond to them now. They said it's an emergency, something like that. And if they don't answer to that initial message, you have them in your follow-up workflow. So those are the 3 systems you need to have dialed in if you want your ads to be profitable. Because now you aren't guessing and you have a full proven system now. So if you're a local business and you're a home service business wanting to apply this, I can tell you exactly what's broken in your setup. If you comment the word TEARDOWN, I'll do a free 10-minute audit on your business and your system and just point out the leak. And if you want all this done for you, book in a call with me in the first comment on my video and we can talk and I'll show you how I can implement this into your business.